What's up, Run Tribe by Community? Welcome to Food Fight Friday at the Aid Station, presented by Seven Summit Snacks. We are on the Everyday Athlete Podcast Network. I have a special co-host today because my normal co-host, Adam Lee, who is the founder of Community Trail Running, is gallivanting out and about at the Divide 200, not the 100. And his wife, Sheena, has decided to fill in for him, and the show has already been upgraded because she's here and he's not. Sheena, how are you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for having me on as a guest today, Jason, or a guest host rather.
Yeah. For those of you who are listening on the audio, get yourself over to YouTube as soon as this is over that you're listening to it to check out the headdress that is being worn. It looks like a straight flush.
Might be. I just picked all the high ones. Yes.
Rhinestones everywhere, feathers everywhere. And Sheena, there's a special trick that your headwear does. Can you show
There
the audience?
is. Usually you have to pay a fee to see something like this because I am a burlesque artist, if you haven't caught on yet, but I will show you all for free. But yes, my headdress turns in, whoops, if I don't drop it, into feather fans
How
as
cool is
well.
that?
So during my act, I can surprise everybody with some feather feather fans.
I love it.
Yeah. I made
Kristen,
it too, Jason. I don't know if
no
I told you
way.
that, but yeah, this is completely handcrafted by yours truly.
Kristen, the owner at Seven Summit Snacks, is getting an upgraded show without even having to pay for extra.
Kristen at Seven Summit Snacks. We love her. We have met her, adore
Yes,
her. Yes.
absolutely. We're going to be joined by Heidi Baker, who is a baker, and we're going to give her 3 food items, and she's going to have to pick one to throw away. She's going to have to eat one, and she's going to have to pick one to carry to the next aid station. So let's get Heidi on the show and let's get the ball rolling. My friend, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm good. Why are you laughing already?
Just I love the headdress. It's just and I also know, I just know that I'm going to laugh a lot when I come on any everyday athlete podcast.
Well, Adam always wears such
I
fancy
just like
hats, right?
Yeah, Adam and I are so serious. We're serious about our jokes is what we're serious about. That's about it. All right. So the premise of the game, eat, toss, and carries. You're going to have to pick one of the food items that we present to you to eat, one to toss, and one to carry. And here's the situation we're putting you under. You're going to be at the Divide 200 racing because that's where Adam is. He's going to be at the aid station that you roll into, and he's going to present you with these 3 choices. You're at mile 72, by the way. So you're on your day 2 of this event. And your 3 food choices, because it's fall or autumn, depending on what part of the world you live in, it's going to sourdough toast with apple butter,
okay.
apple cider donut, or an apple fritter. And look, most of the time we give people like horrendous options, but we figured we
Yeah,
give
no,
you
these are really tame.
yeah, and they're really hard because like how do you throw one of these away? Like,
I
you know what?
know.
I might DNF and just eat them all at that aid station.
Is it a box of or is it a box of apple cider donuts like that picture of you
Yes,
eating it's a box?
it's a dozen, yes.
Oh, well then I know I'm carrying that with me to the next aid station. That's right off the bat.
Oh.
If it's a dozen, fuel is set. And yeah.
If it
You've
wasn't
got
a
it for
dozen,
bit.
what's the choice then?
Well, I don't know because I'd have to think about because I'm thinking like longer term, if I'm leaving the aid station with something, I want something that can sustain me for a while.
Yeah, because here's the thing,
So
right? The next aid station might take you 10 hours to get to.
yeah, exactly. That's why I want the dozen.
Smart move.
Yeah, for sure. Because if it was just a single apple cider donut, well, I'd probably still take it.
The contemplation on this show is amazing. I love it.
There are a lot of things to consider.
There are a lot of things to consider. Well, because then I was thinking, okay, I can lay out both scenarios if it's just a single donut or if it's a dozen. And the answer is the same, but the reasoning is different because I would want to eat the single donut right then and there, but I think an apple cider donut has better carrying abilities than a slice of sourdough with apple butter,
Yeah.
because that would get sticky and messy.
Yeah.
So I think what I would have to do is I would have to eat the sourdough with the apple butter at the aid station.
So you're tossing the fritter.
I'm going to toss the fritter, and I've got nothing against apple fritters. I just made them the other day. I love apple fritters. However, I know how they're made, and I know how much fat is in them.
You're at a 200 miler. You need the calories.
I know, but I feel like an apple fritter would sit so heavy.
Dirt naps. I'm just saying.
True. I know. But I can't get rid of the donuts either.
We have to make hard choices on this show.
I know we do. It's very, very hard choices. Because I was going to, if it was a single donut, I was going to say I would eat it in the spot, but I think I would carry it regardless. But a dozen, I'm absolutely carrying those with me. Those are just coming along the way.
Sheena, is she
For
right?
Sure.
I mean, probably, yeah. Which I know is not the Adam answer, but I'm not Adam. So
we're so agreeable tonight.
Adam's gonna like challenge everything. I think even if he agreed with you, he'd probably find a reason to challenge you.
And apple fritter is really sticky too, like for carrying.
Well, apple fritters
the
tend to have
on
like chunks of apple in them, right?
Yeah.
And I prefer not chunks of apple, like just pure preference, because I don't know if you know, Heidi, I'm actually not a runner, so I don't run. I cheer you all on. I am an aid station hero. I meet you.
We love aid station heroes.
That is my job. But I am not a runner. So this scenario of like, running however many K, or even being at an aid station and utilizing it as a runner, like I don't know what that is, but I can pretend. But yeah, at a sheer just like preference, I'm not so much of a chunky apple type person, so that's why I would probably get rid of the fritter, the fritter, and carry all the donuts, because if I have multiples, I mean, this is a thing too, if you run into bears or whatever, you
chuck
can, like,
a donut.
100%.
Yep.
So,
you have a donut to hand to a buddy that's struggling on the trail.
Exactly. And if it was like a whole like dozen fritters, I would have chose the fritters over the donuts for that reason.
Yeah, if you're putting a dozen into the game, I think that easily becomes the like take with you.
It's our game, so everything's a dozen now. You have a dozen slices of bread without the butter.
Well, that's okay. If everything's a dozen, that might change things. Wait, so you have to eat the full dozen at the aid station?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah, no. I would eat the toast at the aid station still.
I could eat 12 slices of toast in like 37 minutes.
I was going to say it might actually be the same answer.
I would hoover that toast without a doubt.
You eat the toast quickly, and then you carry the donuts, and you do not need a dozen apple fritters ever.
No, unless you're throwing them at the bears. Like,
But here's the thing, like, I don't know much about apple fritters and whether how fast they get hard. Like, a donut gets hard pretty quickly. And so because it's a 200 miler and we're only at mile 82, I got 118 miles to go. And so the donut's going to get hard. And now I could
do my trick. You do my trick that I learned at Dark Anchor, and you have the hot hands, hand warmers, and you stick them in your pockets, and you stick the pastry in your pocket, and it heats it up and makes it all warm and toasty.
I love it. Yes.
Smart.
Which means you definitely can't take the fritter because that stickiness, you're not putting that in your pants.
It'd be a mess.
No.
So, but the donuts, you could warm them up and soften them up a little bit.
And I can't stand it. Like, I have napkins everywhere. Like, I'm always wiping my hands. So I would be out on that. Give me the apple cider donuts to eat, toss the fritter, and I would hoover that dozen slices of toast with apple butter at the aid station. I think
the toast is the right call at the aid station.
Yeah.
And you and I are agreeing on something.
That's because we're playing nice in front of Sheena.
Oh, you don't need to do that.
Jason and I have very conflicting views on food. We've discovered
very conflicting views. We're just playing nice, and because Adam's not here, he's not throwing a monkey wrench into the whole show either. So that is also allowing us to all get along on this show.
Oh, he's gonna write in, I'm sure of
it. Actually, I should check Instagram, see if he's actually commenting.
Am I getting text messages right now?
Where's my WhatsApp?
You're wrong.
You're wrong. Wrong answer.
Oh.
I love it. Heidi, thank you so much for joining us. Because you were a good sport, we'll be having Seven Summit Snacks send you a Explorer box for your time and energy that you've just wasted the last 10 minutes with us discussing all of this stuff.
I'll sit and talk pastries and races all day long. So
And we've got a 30 by 30 by 30 on the Everyday Athlete Clubhouse podcast network for those of you who are members who can actually hear that conversation take place.
absolutely.
We'll see you soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Heidi.
All right, you have to now see Adam screwed up by leaving because this is no longer the Jason and Adam show. It's got to be the Sheena, Adam and Jason show. Like, you have to be on the show from now on.
Well, I like that you put my name first,
Of
so
course.
you're already winning me over.
I've been doing this show with that clown for like 2 years. He's out.
Now you have to tell Adam he has to share his Food Fight Friday. Who's going to stand in the kitchen and do dishes and watch on the phone while you guys are, doing your thing?
Oh my! He's gonna get angry at me because I didn't ask Heidi what her most favorite aid station food is, but she's here. I can bring her back.
Oh,
yes.
Hello.
Yes.
I didn't leave.
Before I get in trouble by Adam, your most favorite aid station food is
Pancakes.
Oh, that's a good call.
I live for pancakes in the morning. Like, that's all I think about all night long in a race. Like, literally. And then when the birds start chirping and the sun starts peeking out, I'm like, the pancakes are coming. And
it sets the mood.
Yeah.
What do you put on your pancakes?
I'll like drizzle a little syrup on. Sometimes it depends on the aid station though, because sometimes they'll like kind of soak them a little bit in the maple syrup too. So it's like pre-flavored kind of. Or they'll like, I had somebody put Nutella in one for me once, which was awesome. I've had them make a bacon taco, like with the pancake on the outside. So as long as it's pancake.
Yeah.
Here's my tip for all of you multi-day runners out there. If the aid station has mashed potatoes and maple syrup, combine the two, you will be in heaven because you're going to get the quick hitting carbs, sugar from the maple syrup, and you're going to get the long carb from the mashed potato, and it's glorious. I mean, I was eating this constantly at Cocodona for 4.5 days. It was like the greatest fuel ever.
That's awesome.
Now that I've done my job and and thank you for not leaving. Now I can.
Hi again.
We're absolutely going to have you back now because of that. Because you were able to stick with me as we made our way through this journey and path through all the weaving parts of it all.
Trying to remember, I made a mental note. I was like, you got to make sure we ask Heidi what her favorite aid station snack is. We can't let Adam down, but she didn't leave and she knew. She's like, hold on, they're not done with me.
All right. Now you say you're not a runner, but I'm going to ask you this question because I know you've had the Seven Summit Snacks bars. Yeah. What is your favorite flavor of their bar?
Oh, I like the coffee flavored one.
Yeah.
I love coffee. Yeah.
It is unbelievably good. All of them taste great.
The mint chocolate is really good too, because mint chocolate, I like mint chocolate, but it can be tough to hit. And this, like, my very favorite mint chocolate comes from Stratford, Ontario. Growing up, like, we would sell these things for fundraisers. But when I tried the Seven Summits mint chocolate, I was like, this is like really, really close to that. And it is super tasty. So, but I'm a sucker for coffee.
Yeah, those are my two favorite as well. And I know Adam and I always talk about, like, I don't know how they got the peanut butter and jelly flavor into the peanut butter and jelly bar. Like, it's crazy how good it actually tastes like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's amazing.
Yeah. And what's really nice, because like, we've incorporated some burlesque with the Trail Running Film Festival stuff, and Seven Summit Snacks has been a part of that. And this year, being able to have it backstage with the burlesque artists, I was like, this is like not just for runners. Like, we don't eat normal food backstage either. We want to have like something really quick and delicious. And there's only so many energy bars. Right. Or like grapes that you can eat and enjoy. So it's nice. It's like, I've got chocolate and it's going to give me energy, and runners eat it, which means it's like good for you. Right. So
no, I don't know about that.
No, totally. People who don't know any better Because that was the other thing too with the burlesque artists trying to do runner type theme. They were all stretching. This was all a part of the routines. And I was like, guys, these like runners don't really stretch. And they didn't get it. So they just kept adding it in. I'm like, you know what? Forget about it. So now anytime I see someone stretching at a start line, I'm pointing them out to Adam. I was like, look, there, we represent like the, 0.2% of trail runners who actually stretch before they run.
You have been a fantastic co-host. I will be sending a sternly worded letter to Adam to tell him that you have to be on the show from here on out. Thanks for joining me and thanks for filling in. I appreciate you.
Yes, you too. Thanks so much, Jason. It's been a pleasure.
Bye-bye. Thanks, guys, for listening to our show. We had a blast. Sheena is now a permanent member of the cast. And so make sure you subscribe, rate, review all of the shows on the Everyday Athlete Podcast Network. Thank you so much for your time. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks on the next Food Fight Friday at the 8 Station, presented by 7 Summit Snacks.